All right.
Nice.
Did I ping everyone? Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Hello.
now everyone's coming. Now the wave's coming.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello. 98. I had never heard your voice before.
Yes. Hey, Graham, how's it going?
Pretty good. I show up early in the office every morning, so this is a good time for me. So it's all good.
What time is it there? Is it 8 a.m.?
It's 9 a.m.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible, yeah. And I also come around 7 or 8 usually, so it's okay. Oh, I forgot to play the jingle for the stage channel because I have exclusive jingle for stage channel, and I should play it every time we do this one. Haha. This is specially composed for this purpose. Like, this was not made for anything else. You can't find this in game, so it's like a sound effect. It's like thing to be made. But yeah.
I love it. Nice jingle.
Yeah, you guys have that in fan kit as well, if you wanna. If you for the people's purposes of like recording this session and then editing that into as the beginning of the video, that is also an option. I know that FullFrontage is probably going to be recording something like that, so it's helpful to have that as well, people available. But yeah, this session is going to be mostly kind of chill, like beta beta out, so that's good news. And
Global when?
Oh, global when? Oh boy.
The new big question.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. Like, the Darian also gave me heads up on this. Like, the moment he announced like Clash Quest, like the moment it went out into beta, everybody was like, "So when is this global?" And he was like, "Guys,
Never ends.
Beta tests take forever." I mean, it really depends on the game team as well, but it's like usually beta tests do last quite a bit because we need to kind of fix a bunch of stuff. As you may have noticed, people have been experiencing some bugs, so that's another thing. Yeah. I think the first thing that we kind of decided was the balance changes, because it was very obvious that Shield Maiden was kind of broken, so we were like, all right, okay.
That was pretty clear off the bat.
Yeah, and then that was kind of and then on top of that, like some emergency fixes. But yeah, right now its main focus is to kind of like release the actual game update, which is like not going to be like, I mean, the patch, so you need to update the app itself. And that kind of update requires us to kind of think carefully. How do we proceed and kind of not create more bugs? So that's like always a challenge for any game that's gonna in beta. Kind of figure out like where do we go from there, and like the priorities as well, because obviously you have like a battery drain, performance issues. Then there is balancing. There is like it's different priorities, and different people work on different things. So and yeah, don't battery drain, because trust me, it's not that easy. If I told you how many countries in the world have have different Android phones, and how many variations of those Android phones every country has as well, you would probably think twice to think about optimizing the game on day one of the beta itself. So just saying, it takes time to kind of pinpoint all of the issues, and I really appreciate everyone reporting in a bug reports channel. Trust me, I read every single one of them, and I kind of, the things that are being really highly upvoted, I kind of try to also like copy paste to the whole team and investigate further. So in terms of like overheating issue and like performance issues, like we have not seen only one case and a specific case to a specific device. It's actually more of a game itself issue, and then once we pinpointed what the problem was, then we kind of need to kind of work with the different teams and different people to kind of contribute to the overall improvements. So it's not something like, oh yeah, you click the optimize button, and back in the like Windows days when you had like a differentiation app, and it will automatically just make everything magically work better for you. But it doesn't work that way for a complex game such as ours. And yeah, one thing also like is like the whole game is in 3D basically, so the techniques and the art style and everything else that we're trying to pull off is something a little bit new. And the fact that we are a studio that's outside of the main office in Helsinki is also a contributing factor. We had to like learn a bunch of things by ourselves from the beginning, so it's kind of a mix of a bunch of things. But yeah, how's been your beta, dear mods? How's been your beta so far?
I guess I'll start. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm on the top leaderboards actually as well. I've just been playing too much every day. Great game. Sadly, I'm in the top, like 100 where where all the big pros are. But I'm there. I'm in the top 500 now, I think. Yeah.
Sweet. Trick, Mini?
I am not that high. I'm about 250 trophies, but I am hardcore pay to win. I'm just kind of exploring the mechanics, the different combos at the moment until I push my point. I have a stack of coins. I'm ready just for the right moment.
Nice.
I mean, I've just been playing the game casually. I have every mini unlocked, and I'm just trying to finish out the pass, but I've been having fun with it. I mean, I've been trying all the different characters. I'm an Archer Queen main though. Level 5 Archer Queen is the best hero in my opinion. So
I heard at level 10 she's even more OP.
well, if you spend that much money, Draco, sure, you can have the best Archer Queen. But yeah. I like her at level 5, and but I want to get the Shield Maiden up just to see if it's as bad as people say it is. But I'm interested to see the different mechanics that I can get going. But overall, the game is fun, and I hope that everyone else is also having a fun time with it, given that there's so much hype around this stage. I'm assuming people are like.
Yeah, I was very surprised by the reception of the game and the amount of people that just organically were like loving the game. Like, just like, hey, like this is fun, this is new, this is fresh. Like it's not something that we expected, and so I tried my best in mini minutes to kind of explain features, but it's different when you try the game later and you're like, oh wow, okay, yeah, this is how it actually works. Like, especially like features like star upgrades, like it's hard to if you try to explain to your friend of yours like in 5 seconds how to do stars work, like it's really hard. So yeah.
I mean, I think Mini Minute did a really good job. Like when I got on the game, I understood a lot of the things. Like a lot of things like pretty obvious to me because I never played with just before. So when after Mini Minute, it was actually super helpful. I knew a lot. I don't know about you, 98.
Yeah, the mini, it did help a lot for me in the beginning. There's a couple of things I was confused at first, which was the first day, I thought you had to level up the stars in order. I didn't know you could choose the abilities in
I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean unlocking them in order, but then choosing which one you upgrade is a level of strategy that I think only certain people will care about. But if they care, they are going to get to the top, and I think that has been the case for a lot of top players in leaderboards. It's not about only having star upgrades, but also deciding in which round do they get used and upgraded, and that's the key. And it's incredibly like game changing. For example, if you have like 3-star archer, if you decide to upgrade her at the third upgrade and then go for the first, like she can deliver some really serious damage, versus if you just go 1, 2, 3 order, that's not going to get you the best result. So there's a lot of good examples of that, and I'm trying really hard to kind of like educate people on like how to optimize their gameplay and how to become better at the game, because it is a fun experience. Like just yesterday, even I didn't know this, but like yesterday I saw like a Reddit post where a person was like, yo, like you could just put a bowler like 4 or less tiles away from a spear goblin and bowler will interrupt his clash ability. And I was like, what's going on here? I
noticed that as well.
How is that? Like I didn't even know that. And I think like because I'm not a game designer and I didn't like design all of these like kind of casting speeds and plan for like these kind of like triggers to happen. I'm now learning as well about the game and like how do you counter certain things. So yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, one thing I noticed was with the Spirit Goblin, a lot of people will try to predict them, but I'll put all my minis on one side of the map, and I noticed it'll pull my opponent's minis right into his path. I've been trying to work on that strategy some.
Yeah, the mind games are very, very core. And I've been having quite a bit of fun of like just throwing my minis left and right on the board and just having them super scattered so nobody can pick me up, especially when they have AoE. But yeah, not to waste more time of this hour, should we try for the first time ever in our Discord stage channel history to actually bring people on stage? So actually use the feature. Would that be a thing to do?
Yeah, we can do that. I can just take the Switch on and see. Oh,
Alrighty. Let's see how this
Oh.
works.
basically where the requests are coming in.
All
Did we
right.
set any ground rules before we start, or?
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, so I guess if we're gonna let people in, we're gonna set some ground rules. So if you do come up, you will only have one question. So don't start asking 400 questions, and be nice. You know, follow the silver rules. Don't say anything out of line. You know, if this doesn't go well, we won't do this again. But we're hoping we can create something that we can keep doing this for the future. So yeah, one question, one person. Go ahead and raise your hand in the chat if you want to join, and I don't know, how do we want to pick people? What is our choice here?
See. Yeah, there's a list of people over here.
All right, let's see. I know this guy, and I want to talk to this guy. I've never heard of this voice. I want to bring him in. Hello. No? How does this work? Hello, Dev. With thoughts at the end. I've never heard the voice. I'm curious to hear you.
I had one little technical question since the game just launched into beta, and we're in the pre-season one. Is there any kind of time limit until we're having this pre-1 season?
Okay, so the season. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like season, we didn't plan how long it's gonna last. Like we just don't know. Basically, like obviously wanted to last at least for over 2 months, and so like I can probably guarantee that part. But after that, beyond that, like when does it actually end? We will give you like probably a pretty like big heads up on that one. I really don't want anybody to be in a situation where they need to rush to finish up the pass. So the moment we decide on like what is the actual timeline for the new season pass, for the mini pass, like I will try my best to communicate that with you guys. But the honest answer is that we actually don't know when we're gonna end it. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
No worries, man. Happy to hear you. But yeah, also one thing to also notice is that I have noticed that a lot of people still haven't obviously unlocked the El Primo, El Manco skin in the past. And one little teaser that I want to give away, because I don't know how many people actually did unlock it, and even if anybody did unlock it yet, is that this skin actually has a special visual effect as well. So this is a first skin, I believe so, that does have a special visual effect once the super is triggered. So I'm looking forward to people discovering that one as well.
Oh, should we read the next person?
I think we should.
Yeah.
You mentioned Mauricio, one of our new mods.
Ooh.
Welcome.
Ew.
How's it going? So my
Good.
question is,
Good.
are the skins in the mini pass going to be exclusive, or are we going to find them in the shop later on?
In the pass, I actually don't know what is the plan there. So the pass skins, because we don't know how long the pass is gonna be, we're gonna try to give the chance for everybody to get it as much as possible. But I don't know if we want to bring them back into the shop at some point. I do know that I did talk to Andy before he went on his paternity leave, and one of the things that I've talked to him was that, how much do we want to gate content away from the non-beta players. And one thing that really kind of makes us feel bad about that is that, if we just say, oh well, the whole preseason.
Oh,
See, that's what happened to me. It just
Uh-oh.
randomly booted me out while I was talking. So yeah, Frame, you gotta join back. Let me pull
That's
Frank
fine.
back
I would
up.
kick you out.
Frame. Wow. Yeah,
I
no.
would
So
say.
well, Discord is obviously bugging out with having a lot of people in a chat. So oh, can
Back
anyone else
Frame.
hear Frame or
I can't hear him.
oh no? Technical difficulties. Does anyone have music they can play? Like the
We could play the little thing from the.
need like elevator music or something.
Oh. Oh no. Is it like? It looks like it. Oh, it's just a green square around. You think
Hello,
it's
hello?
disconnected?
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Oh,
Oh, there
Hi.
we go. I didn't do anything. I don't know what happened there. So sorry.
oh, good.
So everybody can hear me now?
yep.
Yeah.
Loud and clear?
All right, sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, we kind of feel bad for restricting the content from beta to from anybody that is not able to install the beta. And I know that there is plenty of hardcore people that install the game anyway, and but there is a lot of people that would be just missing out on this content. And so the way we want to kind of proceed with this is that we may bring some of the content back from the beta period into the bigger audience, but that also doesn't mean that we're not going to reward beta players. So obviously we have a long history of like having a beta game, and then if it goes global, then we give a kind of a token of appreciation for all the beta players. So let's say that we are kind of planning to do something to say thank you to everybody that was in the beta during that time. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, Sid.
I'll go for Taz or Tazy. I don't know. We have a few
Yeah.
different-
Ooh, Daisy! Oh my God! I've watched his YouTube videos. I'm so in love with that. Hey, Daisy!
That's awesome. That's a really good compliment to hear that, Frame. This is kind of like almost a cosmetic thing. Currently in the game, there is a player level. Is that like because I could be wrong about this, but when you reset, like every single season, you're gonna basically reset all the minis down to like 0 again. Does that mean that like we can get more XP, or does the XP reset? Like, what does the account level basically mean for us? Is it like that's I guess what I'm asking.
I mean, okay. Again, complete honesty with you right now here. Like, I don't think we have a like specific plan about the like player level itself. Like, obviously, it's an indicator how long you've been playing and how much like your kind of overall indicator how old your account is and how much progression you've made. Regarding season reset, like obviously it will probably give you again like profile experience as you go. I would not imagine why it wouldn't, but I could double check again. Once we come closer to the season reset period, we would probably explain in detail and probably in like a small talk video about exactly what's going to happen, right? So I want to kind of sit down with like Andy or Fan or anybody on the team and be like, yo, okay, So season reset. How does this gonna work? Like, what is the process here? Like, what people are gonna lose? What people are gonna get? And like, what happens to the minis? One thing that obviously, we do want to keep is hero levels. Like, if you level up your heroes, they're gonna stay on that level. And then the idea was to strip down the stars and bring all the minis to 0 stars. Now, I mean, unlocked, but without any star upgrades.
Interesting, because I was wondering, like, would they be unlocked, or would you have to like unlock them again? But
Yeah. You would have them still, except you would have to upgrade them again, because obviously you bought, you do have skins and stuff like that, and it's kind of like you need to start playing with some deck. Like we can't just like
you just have nothing anymore.
No minis for you. Play with a hero.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's the idea. And for the profile itself, progression, I think we do want to kind of, from a long time ago, we were talking about this kind of like profile pictures and like improving the profile overall and having option to customize and all that kind of stuff. But let's see how that goes. And I think like a profile customization is something that's like not super high priority right now, because we kind of need to fix the game, like performance, battery drain, all that stuff that I prefaced at the beginning. So yeah.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's next? Let's see. We're gonna go for Sid now. The morning mini. Oh, Frame's one again. Frick.
Well,
This course not liking him.
we could pull Frame back up. I think it's weird. It's whenever you talk for too long in a row, because I started to speak for a while and I thought someone was just telling me to be quiet, but it ends up Discord wants you to be quiet. So we could pull Frame back up. Even though there we go. Now let's see if Frame can talk. Oh, I think it works.
Who do we have next?
I think we should go with Sid next.
Yep.
The morning mini.
Oh,
All right.
Sid.
Hello,
Welcome.
Sid.
Hello, Frame. So, okay, my question is that when you complete the 90 tiers, so do we get more progression afterwards, or should we have to wait for the next season?
Sorry,
I mean, what-
I didn't
what
catch
question?
that at the beginning. You were breaking up a little bit. Could you just repeat?
Okay, after the 90 tier rewards, do we get the more progression, or should we have to wait till the next season? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, sorry. I like. So your question was about quests or what kind of rewards?
1.5.
Yeah, after the completion of 90 tiers, what will happen? Like, do we get more progression in that season only, or should we have to wait for the next season?
I do think that we do stop after 90. There's nothing else left. But I will double check for you that one, and I will ask Andy, because he is the designer of the actual pass progression.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries.
Oh, FullFrontage.
Ooh, somebody
yeah,
that
man.
we know. Hello.
Hello. Just so everybody knows, I am recording the session, so if you happen to miss some things, don't worry. We'll have a archive of it. But I have a question.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I do have a question, and just kind of like seeing what the team's initial thoughts are about the feedback around challenge coins, because I've seen mixed conversations about both. So I'm curious to see kind of what the team is seeing from the community so far.
Yeah, it's been a debate, a little bit, because I know that the most of the hardcore players do care about having unrestricted access to the ladder and being able to climb as fast as they can, as much as they can, as much as they want. And we do kind of agree that, the challenge coin did kind of serve its purpose at the beginning of not having crazy you know, kind of
Like E2 versus
crazy
Joe,
starts to
who
the.
just started.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe that the team feels that we kind of did do our job with the challenge coin, at least in terms of like slowing down crazy amount of kind of rapid climb. But also, what we noticed is that challenge coin does not really matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of skill, because if we do have the win streak. A good player is going to climb the ladder much faster than a bad player, and utilizing the win streak system to kind of basically have infinite challenge coins at some point. So I do believe that right now the team is considering actually just changing the system, and like potentially even removing it and imagining how that would look like in the future. So don't worry about that too much, because I think we are listening very carefully everything that was said before beta and after beta. And the reason why we didn't outright remove it before beta was because we still had an idea to test out how this kind of progression on the competitive side of things would look like. So we get some data and get some information on how many people actually care about this, how many people are actually using it, and then take it from there. So the data is coming in. Again, the game's been out for only like a week or so. And again, I know that all of you guys are kind of like very vocal about like just the moment we start a thread, there is a pile of images of like the just delete challenge coin.
Oh, they got to kill him again.
Oh, again. Well,
It was just getting to the good part. No, just
Come back again, Frame.
I think it shows him as connecting. There's like a little orb around his face.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Take notice.
This is a great time to interrupt you for a message from our advertiser. We don't have one, but if anyone wants that spot, you could definitely let us know. Maybe our nitro boosters could say something. I have no idea, but
I'll buy an ad
In the
spot.
meantime.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. Sorry about that again. So yeah, where was I? Anyway, yeah, challenge coin. Yes, we're looking into it, and we may consider removing it altogether if that is what would make sense for the game. And if not, we would revamp it into something that would make more sense. So overall, yeah, we know. You guys, creators have been vocal, players have been vocal, and we've been discussing this quite a bit. So, yeah.
Awesome. It's good to hear. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Oh, who next? Okay, we'll take Fireball, I guess, right? Unless you got something in mind, Frame.
No, Fireball sounds good.
Okay. Welcome, Fireball.
Hello.
Hello. How did you feel when you finally released beta?
It felt like a big, like rock fell off our chest. Because we've been changing this game so many times, and we've been working on making it approachable and fun and accessible and easy to play, and so many things and so many features have been in and out, and I think like the team at some point was in a mode of like, well, okay, we can't be changing so many things all the time, and we need to just commit to this thing and just see how people react. And it felt like the first 24 hours, like we could not believe how many people actually like just genuinely liked the game. Just like from a fun perspective of like, okay, so I get what is this gameplay. I get how where is the progression here. I get like what I need to do, and I'm just now having fun. And all the memes that came out and everything that people kind of felt like sharing in the first 24 hours was amazing. Obviously, we knew that there's going to be a bunch of balancing issues and potentially server issues and whatever it is, the live games experience. But that's something that you can't really predict, right? Like you need to see the real life performance of the game and then react from there. So it's been incredible, and I've been personally energized to kind of do even more, and more weird stuff, more cool stuff, and kind of like just kind of think about like how this game looks like in a few months from now, and what kind of updates and what kind of things we can deliver to make the game even better. But yeah, as I said, it's a kind of a mix of like happiness, but also kind of stress, because you're kind of happy that the game is played by everyone and people really like it, but you know that there is a bunch of issues that you need to solve, and it's a tough balance because you know that you're not gonna owe to the people that the game needs to be better and needs to be what you want it to be. So yeah, it's still, I think after a week or so now, it's been also kind of a mix of like that kind of stress versus happiness. So kind of positive stress, let's say. So overall, pretty good.
Thanks for the answer.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Okay, who's next?
You guys need to use raise hand feature, by the way, if you want to speak. I think a lot of people are just sitting in the audience hoping to be picked. But you if you want to say something, you kind of need to raise your hand in Discord. Otherwise, we can't really tell that you want to speak. So that's something like a pro tip.
Oh, 98, do you want to bring 7 red in, do you think? Or guys?
Sure, this looks like an important question.
Alright, 7. Welcome.
Thank you. Alright, so I have a question that's adding on to I think it was the first question about the beta, probably the past. So you said earlier that if the game goes public or like global, that the beta players will possibly get rewarded. Would this be for the past players or for everybody?
I don't think we will make a difference between past players and everybody. I think we will just go everybody mode. Because I think like I think the players that in beta purchase the pass are the early supporters of the game, I think, and are kind of indicating to us that they really love the game. And that is something that, like we definitely appreciate and we want to kind of like acknowledge. But at the same time, like if people have been playing the game since beta and they've given valuable feedback and they just can't afford the pass, I think it's also very important for us to reward those people. So it's kind of a, like I don't think we want to kind of make a massive difference between those. And then the audience that has been playing the game in beta is pretty small anyway, because it's only a few countries, So it's not a massive amount of people, no matter what. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, let's see those hands.
Hands, guys.
We have 24 minutes. Oh, Carlos. Carlos is here.
Oh, Carlos is here. Oh, Carlos raised his hand too. We can let Carlos in. Come on in, Carlos.
Get over here.
Carlos has sent you the invite. You can come up.
Carlos, you need to accept as well, by the way.
We've got Itsu here as well. Maybe Itsu can request after.
Carlos 85, please get on stage. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your opportunity. And I know that maybe you're streaming this, so maybe you're busy with your stream setup, but you probably need to go back to Discord and kind of get on stage. Otherwise, we're gonna go pick next person.
She's struggling to find the accept button. I actually don't know where it is
Oh, no.
myself, since I usually have mod punches go on myself.
Yeah, it's probably different from like a PC versus iOS versus Android versus whatever version of Discord is. So
Yeah.
I can sometimes get confused as well.
Oh, it's above your name, Taz DM me. He said it's above your name, the accept button.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey!
Hello. It was actually on the top bar of Discord.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
I did it
how you
well.
doing?
Hey, welcome, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
I have at the moment pay to win question, but that will also face free to play players in the further progress of the season. I have today, the first day, all 6 minis in my shop grayed out, and I still have minis which I need. And my question is if there is a change coming, because I can now imagine that it can take maybe forever, or maybe I don't even get in that season my certain wish mini maxed out, and yeah, then at the end of the season they will get reset. So is there anything planned that everyone can get the opportunity to have all minis maxed out?
Yes, I'm
During one
very
season?
sorry. Yes, I apologize on behalf of everybody of the team. That was an oversight on our side, and there's no excuses. We should have thought about people getting offers that don't make sense for them. Let's put it that way. And we are going to fix it in the patch. So basically,
Okay.
the only way we can do it is to roll out a optional update, which is like kind of like, there is an update for Clash Mini. Would you like to update the app? And then it will update, and then it will fix that issue. It is on our radar. I think it's already fixed. If it's not already fixed, it's probably being fixed as we speak. So, yes, we do want to remove things that are already collected and already maxed out, because it 100% doesn't make any sense to be there.
Okay, cool. Best answer.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
Carlos.
thanks.
Right. Who's next? How's Indigo Raise sound? Indigo. Yeah. Indigo.
Indigo.
Hello?
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me on. And I appreciate you, Frame, for retweeting my art on Twitter. Oh, sorry about that. They're being really loud right now. Sorry about that. But I do have one question for you guys. So, Andy said that the mini pass does cost money, and I was wondering if that would ever change, and free-to-play players could get the pass with their saved-up gems.
Well, this is an Andy question, unfortunately. I am not all-knowing person on the economy of the game, so I am not sure what the plan is there for the gems versus pass for gems and stuff like that. But yeah, I would probably have to wait a tiny bit for Andy to come back from his leave and double check with you guys. Also, something to consider is that, for the future seasons and passes and stuff like that, we are going to break it down for you. We'll probably give you a list of rewards and stuff like that before the season starts, so you can know exactly what you can get, how you can get it, and stuff like that. So, and also, like, I do want to have, those kind of conversations on Discord as we go, as to like why we're making certain decisions. And I'm not the only person that can. I'm not the person that can answer absolutely all of it. So I will be trying to ask Andy and Fan to kind of give their perspective as well on these things. So yeah, I really apologize for not knowing exactly like if the next season could be or couldn't be gotten by different kind of currency and stuff like that. But again, I'll try my best to keep you guys posted on this, because this is very important for us as well. We need to clarify for you how you can, get into the next season smoothly and not be surprised by anything.
Thanks for the answer.
Thank you so much.
Next, who do you have in mind? Galactic Boy? Oh, brain's gone again.
We have another intermission.
It's not going well. The first one. First one since beta.
I've also been trying to think of a question while I sit here, but I feel like other people might have better questions. I'm a very super casual player, so, but I don't know. I did find out something fairly late that I think a lot of people here knew, but if you didn't, you can re-roll your quests that you don't like. I did just find that out recently. I could be a total noob, but yeah, there's your little
Some
piece
people
of...
bugged.
Some people have it bugged, you said? For
Yeah, I
re-rolling?
think 98th one is bugged.
Yeah,
Oh.
mine's bugged. I get the same quest.
I get the same quest too, but
Came back.
I roll.
What's
Oh,
the
awesome.
topic here? What's the topic here?
Oh, I
Reroll
was...
quest. Reroll.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
just
filling in
like-
time of quest re-rolling, and that I didn't know was a thing until yesterday.
Oh, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big noob move on my part.
To be honest, I never use the reroll button at all because I just do what I get. So, yeah. But I know there was some bugs with that one. So the reroll can also give you a same quest. So apologies for that as well. That's one of the things that we need to fix.
Awesome. Let's see who we can pull up. I think we decided on Galactic
I
Boy.
believe Galactic Boy has been having their hand up this whole time.
Yeah. All right. So let's pull him up.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey yo.
I have one question. What do you think or know is the highest priority in development time besides obvious things like bug fixes?
Okay, so here's how it works. Bug fixes are done by engineers and by game designers that obviously are involved on all of those, and I have broken that down in the mini feedback channel. It is pinned over there for the priorities for us. Once we go through the critical priorities, so making the game less overheat your device, blah blah blah, all that stuff that I listed many times already, then we focus on new content and new features. So that's basically how it works. We want to be sure that the game is in a good state that is played by people and they're not getting stuck anywhere, they're not getting crashes anywhere, and that the existing features of the game actually work as intended. Quests are re-rolling appropriately, there is things are unlocking, all that kind of stuff. Tutorial works smoothly, and yeah, after that point, basically all of us and some parts of us already are now working on new features. So think of new minis, new heroes, and stuff like that. So that is going to be obviously something that it's going to be split. It's never going to be, oh, the team is now 100% working on bug fixes, or team is 100% working on new content. It's always a mix of things. It really depends on what kind of complexity of the problem it is and if it's already fixed or not. So yeah, it's a kind of a moving target, and we need to kind of always change our priorities on a daily basis depending on what we've completed and what we haven't. But yeah, the top priority is to kind of patch up the game and then get more content in.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Next, Z-Range. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
So I've had this question since the first time I've started the game, and is there a mini or map concept that you would really want to have in game, or anything that you've been really just wanting to see in the game, and how it would be?
If you take a look at early concepts on our Instagram, I did post some concepts of the maps that we did not make for the final version for the beta at least. There is some really fun ones. Also, I do believe if you search carefully on ArtStation, there is some artists from Supercell that have posted the concepts of maps and boards that they wanted to do and have been brainstorming around it. We just never had time to make all of them. But yeah, I mean, there is a lot. We always wanted to make a snow map. We always wanted to make a kind of desert map. We are like stuff like that, like more outdoorsy kind of stuff. But at the same time, the concept of like the game being on a game board, it's also something that we need to think about. But yeah, overall, there is so many cool concepts, including not just boards, but also like minis. I remember I posted one of the very first posts on our Instagram on Clash Mini was that T-poses of little cute T-pose kind of characters, including like giant and baby dragon and stuff like that. And I really tried hard to explain in that post that these are only ideas and concepts, and like there is no guarantee that these are gonna come like anytime. Like if they do come, I will make minute about it. And it's like I will inform you. Don't worry. Like, but there is a lot of things. Even by the last minute of the game, before the game came out, that we kind of tried to play around with, but just things didn't work out well. Because here's the thing: having a cool idea and then playing it and designing it and then making a final art for it is very complex, like flow of developing the game. And so at some point you may end up with like a cool idea that simply doesn't work. And so either it's broken or doesn't feel right, doesn't feel fun, doesn't feel unique enough. And the reason why we settled on 5 heroes and 20 minis is and actually before that we had more of them. And the reason why we kind of cut down a little bit is because fan really wanted to make every single mini that you play with feel unique. And for example, if you're playing with Shield Maiden, we want you to feel like you are only able to pull this move off if the Shield Maiden was in your deck. Same thing with any mini. Like, we want Bowler to feel unique. We want Lumberjack to feel unique. We want every single one of these guys to be kind of like, okay, I have made a change in my kind of like in my match because of this little mini that I brought into the deck. So it is a balance of like having cool ideas, but also making them unique enough so when people try to put them in their deck, it actually does change their gameplay. So it is very, very important for us to do that. And I think one of the things that the game has done pretty well is that making that feel really well. Like if you have swapped 2 minis in your deck in the next round, you feel that change versus playing the same way, right? So that's something that we're always thinking about.
All right. Well, thanks for inviting me on the stage.
Thank you.
And up next, how about Daniel?
Daniel?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome, Daniel.
Thank you. My question is that in the near future, could you guys possibly add the traditional change name system to Clash Mini?
Yeah. So basically, this is a perfect example of a feature that like it's not super high priority for us. Yes, It would be nice to have. It's like, of course, I would love to eventually be able to change my player name. I don't know, every whatever. Like, how many it makes sense like to do so. And we would take a look at existing like Brawl Stars and Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, how they do it, and take a look at like what would make sense for our game. So it's definitely on the radar. It's just like, can we get around to do this sooner rather than later? It's just a question of like priorities. But yeah, I think one of the things to consider is that also, if I give this kind of answer, is the answer is simply because we literally don't know. Well, like it could be in the next update if it's easy enough change to do. And if it's more complex than that, then we would take some longer time. And that's something that the other team members also need to estimate and kind of get the idea of how much effort it's going to be versus other higher priority features, like new stuff to add to the game. So yeah, absolutely. And I would love to do that as well.
So my recording bugged at this point, but I did catch the last question that's going to be coming up. But this question here was, when do we expect beta in the USA? And the short answer to that was the USA has too large of an audience to test beta, in their opinion. So they have chosen certain areas where they would like to test beta, and that's basically the answer that we got.
We could also just close our eyes and click.
Oh,
Could do that.
well, we could go with deploy. Deploy has a question, apparently.
Yeah.
Would have never
Sure.
guessed.
Well,
Hello.
Okay, deploy.
Alright, my question is, are you considering adding flying troops into the game?
Okay, so here's the thing. What is the definition of flying? Because healing ranger and battle healer are already flying technically. So
I was thinking like just range troops or just troops that can attack air in general. So like ground
Okay.
troops cannot attack these troops.
Okay. Yeah. The thing is, like, that would be probably like a major feature to the game, where like you need to like the balance would be very much a big consideration. So imagine in the next update we release the baby dragon. Just imagine. I'm not saying it's out. It's not coming. I just don't get your hopes up. But imagine we have like a baby dragon in game, and then you face a player that has only melee, like hero and minis in the deck. And what does that player do, right? What now, right? So, it's something that, like, if we were to bring a special class of minis inside of the game, we would have to think very carefully of the implications of the balance of the decks and everything all together. But then you would say, oh, well, yeah, okay, if the person brings a flying troop, then you should matchmake them with the people that only have other minis that can counter them. And that could be a solution. But we also don't want to make more kind of sectioned off, like, matchmaking pools for people to be like, oh, now this person has a flying troop, so we have to kind of have, like, a opponent that makes sense for this kind of person, that kind of stuff. So I think like flying troops are very exciting to think about, and if the game does well and the feedback is good and the first few patches are doing fine and people are really happy with it, we may consider doing that like later down the line. But we need to do it very thoughtfully and very carefully from a lot of perspectives, not to just here's a flying unit. Yeah, so for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All right, final question. Final one.
Yeah, let's pick our last one. I think frame it makes sense if you want to make the final choice. Final question.
All right, let's see those hands up in the audience for the final question, and we will close it off then. Alrighty. Grants, you've been patiently you should just change your name, so sorry about that. Triple Gaming, welcome.
Hey you guys, thanks for having me.
Welcome.
All right, I'll sum it up quick. I know you guys are ready to exit out of here. My question, whenever I came to the game, and I'm new to some of the Clash stuff, I've played other games, but I really enjoy the game. Clash Mini, I enter into it, I start playing it. I noticed first off that you can't really play it with friends per se, meaning there's no chat or anything like Clash of Clans. Some other games that have more collaborative things like playing with friends. My question is, are you guys thinking about or discussing bringing things into the game that you could have like leagues, clans, and or ways to play the game with direct friends other than just happenstance of battling your friends.
Yes, absolutely. To me, as a community manager, as a player as well, that knows that people want to play against their friends and just for fun, just like creating a custom room and just like duking it out. I really want to have this very soon. I want this to be like one of the top priorities features, even if it's like a basic level, like bare bones, kind of like let's just like create a custom room and just like do it very briefly, and like kind of like a bare bones kind of thing. Just as long as it works and it gets the job done of people kind of playing against each other, or just just for fun. I really want to see this. So I cannot give you exact timeline of like if it's going to be a next update or next update, but I really want to prioritize this because it's a little bit more complex than this. So we want to do it right as well. So once we add it, I know exactly what you guys want and what you guys need. On the clan side of things, that's a little bit more of a bigger feature that we need more time to work on. It's a massive system with a chat and ways of banning people and kicking people and having a chat emojis and all that kind of stuff to make it more fun. So that's something that also would come later, but I think like custom rooms at the bare bones level, definitely high priority for me.
All right, thank you
so much. That was it. I am actually right on time. I'm being kicked out of the meeting room. So I apologize for cutting this short. Well, not short, but just on time. But everybody that came on stage, thank you so much. And I will continue chatting with all of you for a few hours more on Discord via text, so don't worry. I'll be around in general chat or mini chat, one of those, or ping-ponging between those so we can continue chatting on those.
Sounds great, Frame.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks, Fred.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for attending.
See you.